Hey there YouTube, Tooextrememx here. I've had a couple questions on how to adjust your chain, the slack and everything on some of the YFZ450s. Now, the YFZ450s did have two different style swing arms. Mine's an 04, and as you can see here, this is a style swing arm that mine has. To adjust this one, which is it's the one that's most commonly asked on how to adjust the chain, what you have to do is down here inside where your brake rotor is, you'll see that there's a bolt right here at the top, and if you look down in, there's another one down here at the bottom. Now what you got to do is you got to loosen both those bolts up. Don't have to take them off, just have to loosen them up. After you've loosened them up, right here on one side, and then over here on the other is your actual adjusters. This was what pulls the axle or pushes the axle back to adjust your chain. You'll loosen the one nut right here, loosen it right up, probably about halfway up the bolt, and then you turn this one way or another. If your chain's too tight, you turn this so it goes in, and then you'll actually have to hit the axle and push it back forward. Now some of these four-wheelers have, as you see here, little guide that shows you how far it's moved, or how whereabouts it should be. On the other side there isn't really one. What I tend to do is I'll look down my chain and make sure my chain's straight after I've adjusted it back. And a couple people have also asked how tight should they adjust it. Well, what you should have is you should have about an inch of play up down, literally from here to here should only travel 1 inch. Any more or any less, you can actually damage your chain, your sprockets, and possibly even the bearings in the rear end. But this is how we want it to look. Again, these right here are the adjusters. My chain doesn't really need adjusting, so I'm not gonna go through the whole process of doing it, but these are adjusters. Mine again is an 04, and these are the most commonly asked on how to adjust, because these are not like all the rest. But these are adjusters. Again, there's one on each side. The bolts again are right down in near the rotor, one on the top and one down on the bottom, and all you need to do is loosen them up. You don't have to take them off. So once you get them loosened, you do your adjustment, check and see how your slack is. Again, you want about 1 inch of total travel on your chain, and usually what I'll do is I'll just take a ruler and hold it with one hand and then move the chain up and down with the other. After you've got your tension right, what I tend to do is I tend to look down my chain, make sure my chain is pointed straight. They do have different items that you can buy that clamp right onto your sprocket. It has a little bar that basically points, but I just look down my chain, make sure all my teeth on my sprockets are dead center in the same spot all the way around. If they look like they're pushing on one side of the chain, you actually have to adjust one side farther out or in or whatever to compensate for it. When you do adjust these in or out, say your sprocket is kicked this way a little bit, that usually means that this side is adjusted out farther than this other side. So what you'll have to do is actually either adjust this one out to compensate for the sprocket being tilted, and it will actually straighten it out. This should actually, I mean, if people have any other questions on how to do this, leave a comment below. Again, like I said, this is, I know the 04s have the strangest style chain tensioning system of them all. Some other ones are different. If you have questions on yours that does not look like this and you'd like me to answer it, try and do a video of it and post it as a response to this video. And what I'll do is I'll look at it and I'll comment on it and explain how it's done on that one, or I'll even post a video comment on how to do that one up for you. But this is how you do it on the 04s. I think the 05s, some of the 05s have this style swing arm. Some of the 05s have the newer style swing arm, which again is much easier to adjust the chain with. But this explains how to do it on the 04s, which is the hardest ones to do it on. And I hope this helped those who asked about it. And it's Tooextrememx. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and have fun riding, guys.